Hello, everyone. This is the Tyrant and Training Show. I am Kevin Ryan. I'm the host of this comedy podcast where every week a guest joins me to talk about how they would rule their own country as a maniacal overlord or tyrant. I am joined by comedian and author Alasdair Beckett-King, and I'm very happy to be joined by you, Alasdair.
I'm very happy to be joining you.
You have the look of a warlord.
Thank you.
Is that fair?
Yes. Yeah, probably one of your Celtic warlords.
Yeah.
Proud, noble. I don't think I have the upper body strength of a proper chieftain.
It's all in the legs.
It's it's all in the very stocky. My dad describes it as being the Celtic body type. Long torso, very, very short legs. Same height standing up and sitting down. That's what he always says about the Celtic body type. If the listener is trying to picture me, try and draw me as over the course of the
a Celtic Slenderman would be the idea.
Yes, yeah. Slenderman by way of like Aqualung, the hobo from
Right.
from that Jethro Tull album cover. That's my look.
Oh, please, if someone can draw that'd be fantastic. I will put that into the show notes.
So we're not generating fan art by the end of this podcast. We've let ourselves
dream. Yeah, that's the dream, isn't it? Alasdair, are you someone who thinks of yourself as a leader?
No, I think I'm more a sort of second in command. A loyal lieutenant type. Like I feel like in the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, as I call them, because I'm English and we're allowed to say ninja in the UK in the 90s. I like Donatello, so I think I would do machines. Is what I'm saying. So there'd be a leader, but there'd be a guy who makes inventions. Or Data from the Goonies, or Data from Star Trek. Any
Data.
Any data, basically.
Right.
I accept that in this podcast I've been given the role of tyrant.
Yeah, you kind of ruined the whole premise of the podcast.
To put that another way, yes, I do see myself as a leader. Thank you for this.
You're welcome, because I'm Data, you motherfucker. Don't you take this from me.
I can't believe you've already used Data's catchphrase, I'm Data, you motherfucker. They usually edited around him saying that. He said that a lot.
Yeah, he insisted, yeah. Okay. It's just an hour of us arguing who's the bigger sycophant. For the premise of the podcast, since you're naturally a second in command type, who would you want to lead? And then we'll say they disappear, they resign or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point. Who would I be a good second in command to? Because generally speaking, leaders disappoint you and let you down, don't they?
Megatron.
I can't think of any, like Megatron. Leonardo probably got me too. I don't know.
That's an accusation.
I haven't checked. I'm not saying there's stuff out there, but if you read between the lines in Gorka, I'm sure Leonardo's a bad guy. I don't think I've made it to this stage in my life with any kind of heroes left, because they've all, all of your comedy heroes, you're like, and then now they're, I was going to say John Cleese has the defense of being incredibly old, so of course you're incredibly out of touch. Fair enough. Just take that, take his social media away from him, and just make sure he's nice and warm. But do you know what I mean? You admire people, and then as you get older, you go like, oh no, they're frail human beings, just like not just like me. I'm slightly better.
So say
I'm not saying that the leader was John Cleese, who's been deposed. I imagine that would be awful.
Did you see that? John Cleese, comedy legend, right? But
John Cleese of Monty Python. In case
of Monty Python.
Who's John Cleese? They'll be emailing you. They don't even email you. People don't use email. Who's Jonkles? They'll say on TikTok, and you'll have to explain it. You have to explain it's John Cleese.
And that's in history. As time goes on, his name turns into Jonkles.
Jonkles.
The clown.
Jonkles.
Jonkles the clown.
Jonkles hit the car with the tree.
I looked on YouTube. I found his Dinosaur Hour show. I found the episode with Rob Schneider. And it was very sad.
Two equal comedy greats there. Finally, we've always been saying, when are we getting the John Cleese meets Rob Schneider?
Junkles and Ryder.
Junkles and Ryder. We need to see it. It's fantastic. It's two colossuses.
I like how you felt the need to explain who John Cleese was to the audience, but not Rob Schneider.
Can I just say that if I got the opportunity if Rob Schneider's listening, all gigolos are male by default. That's what a gigolo is. It's not necessary to say male gigolo. I know it's necessary for the cadence of the title, Juice Bigelow, blank gigolo, but you don't need to say male gigolo. Gigolos are male. It adds nothing. It's redundant. It's a tautology. What were you thinking, Rob?
So, Rob Schneider was the tyrant. You ousted them.
Yeah, Rob Schneider, my former hero, before he titled his comedy masterpiece "Male Gigolo."
Was it?
He was the tyrant. And I've deposed him.
The sequel was European Gigolo, wasn't it?
Well, that's fine. But
the syllables are all over the place then.
The syllables are all over the place, Rob. European Gigolo.
I have a question to ask for this.
Let's do the podcast.
Let's do the podcast. There's some things you said in this interview, and you were the new leader after potentially Rob Schneider abdicated.
Yes, Rob Schneider abdicated.
It's happened. Okay, not potentially.
Was he assassinated? Is he still alive? I assumed he'd been assassinated. I'm not saying I was responsible. I assumed he didn't step down. He stepped down. Okay.
Well, he stepped down onto a guillotine, apparently, and there's a nice little slope down to it.
Yeah.
You said some things now, but you also said some things in the interview. I'd like to play them for you.
They kept sort of teasing me like I was offending them as an English person. They kept sort of giving me the feeling that, like, oh, you said the wrong thing, and I think I hadn't. Their personalities are bad. I see you've solved my many riddles. Check out these legs, baby.
Do you apologise for anything you said, or can you explain why you would say those things?
In my opinion, bakers have had it too easy for too long. I think we need to standardise dozens across the nation. We can't be having bakers having their own numerical system. It's nuts. It's tomfoolery. I'm sorry, I'm not going to mince words here. It's tomfoolery, Kevin.
Tomfoolery.
It's tomfoolery. The highest level of foolery. You've got Steve foolery, Ian foolery, and right up here, tomfoolery.
Is that where tomfoolery came from? I appreciate it.
I don't know. Is it? I guess tomfoolery. My honest answer is I suspect that it's the name of the sort of clown character, like in King Lear. There's poor Tom. Tom's a cold, and he becomes a sort of itinerant clownish character. I guess tomfoolery is that stock character of Tom. I don't know. Happy to be corrected, but bear in mind I am a tyrant with the power of life and death over everyone in the nation. So
and you will wield it.
I will wield it. You saw what happened to Rob Schneider, possibly.
Possibly, yeah. I do know how that guillotine got there.
Former Excellency Rob Schneider, male Excellency.
I'm going to start walking around and just randomly drop in. Oh, yeah, no, he's very good looking. He's Kevin Handsome. And just see will that take off.
See if it catches on.
Yeah. Might bet.
So, we can't be having Baker's dozens being 13 and everyone else's dozens being 12. It's 12 across the board.
Alasdair, where can people find you offline and online?
I am widely available. If you search any variant of my name, Alasdair Beckett-King, I'll come up because it's hard to spell, but luckily nobody else is called that. So the internet will know who you mean and will find me. It used to be the case that if you searched Ginger Jesus, you would find me. But these days, there's too many other Jesuses out there. And Ed Sheeran, for some reason, really messed up my search engine optimization with his ascendant career. So that's annoying.
Oh, did he call himself Ginger Jesus? Or Alasdair Beckett-King?
He calls himself, he worked under the name Alasdair Beckett-King, which really makes it hard to find my website. No, I think some of his fans called him Ginger Jesus, even though he does not have the bone structure for a Jesus type.
No.
He's got a little round, squashed up face, whereas I have a long, sallow, sad martyr's face. Like an El Greco painting. Yeah.
You have the expression of like listening to me confide in you. Which is nice and comforting.
Yes, I will hear your confession, but I can give no succor, unfortunately, because it's not in me to do that. What was the question was where to find me online? Yeah, so I'm on Blue Sky. You can find me on YouTube. I've got sketches on YouTube and Instagram, and I think I'm on TikTok, but you wouldn't know it based on the number of views the videos get.
Ooh, fantastic. And you have a tour coming up now in a week, 2 weeks?
I am on tour, yeah. So from the end of February, I'm doing a tour of the UK. By that, I mean almost exclusively England. And then I'm doing Glasgow, Cardiff and Belfast. And that is what we call a UK tour for people who are not really famous enough to play Famous enough implies that I am to some degree of famous. But, you know, people often say, like, oh, are you coming to Inverness? You know, and it's like, yeah, I'd love to. But either I need to become successful or you need to just there need to be more people in Inverness.
Yeah, you need to gather people.
You need to really become more populous, or I need to become more popular. And I'm doing my part. What are you doing?
So add Alasdair to your WhatsApp group. I will have his number in the show notes.
I'm trying to become as popular as I can be, but I can only really go to places where there's a significant sort of demographic.
Yes, and also you can listen to this podcast every week, every Thursday, wherever you find sexy single podcasts in your area. And you can say hello to me on Blue Sky and Instagram. And yes, the Tyrant Training website, which you can actually go onto the website and type in your own question to ask a future Tyrant.
A website. Whoa,
look at that.
Very Web 1.0. So retro, so vintage. That's like vinyl, you know. I get my information from websites. That's like, it actually sounds better on a website. You're never going to guess
the clue. Okay, let's get into Alasdair Beckett. Let's get into Alasdair Beckett-King. Better king, being a better king than every other guest ever.
Yes, that's my goal. If my goal is simply to trounce everyone who's ever appeared on this podcast, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's go. Okay, let's go. This could go 2 hours, 45 minutes. Okay, no.
How many more questions are there? I feel like we've done about 9.
Okay, we've done... Not many. I do have a legit question for you. We have to set up your island, where you live and, you know, what type of place it is. I'm going to give you a map.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, and it's going to help you decide where in the world you want it. See all those little dots? Yes. They're where previous guests have placed their island.
Okay, so several in Ireland. Any in the United Kingdom?
So what I do is I put it on the water.
On the mainland.
I put it on the water so that you're not taking over a place. That's wrong.
I see. Oh, so like in terms of like the kind of climate I would like.
Yeah. So we're going to magic up an island.
Yeah. I think it's got to be... I'm going to go back... Oh, I don't know. Bang in the middle of the North Sea? Take all that natural gas? How do you think Norway and Scotland would feel about that?
Right,
it feels like... that said, I've seen the BBC series Shetland, and it doesn't look that much fun. Someone gets murdered about once a week. So,
but you said
where is Tory Island? There's Tory Island just off the north coast of Ireland.
Tory Island?
Yeah, there's definitely a place called Tory Island there. It's very small, so I might go just off.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yes,
I'm
Tory
Irish.
Island, County Donegal.
There you are.
There we go. So, if there can be a Tory island, there can be a left-wing island for balance.
And we're putting that on the left.
Just to the left of... Wait, our left or their left? It depends if you're facing north or south, I suppose. But yeah, just to the left of Tory Island.
How far left do you want to go?
Keep going till you get to Russia. No, just a bit. Because I do want the Donegal climate, obviously.
Right,
I do want the weather, and that's a place. There's a place just called Bad Eddie. That's a great name.
Bad Eddie.
Bad Eddie.
Where did you? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Bad Eddie
near Bunbeg.
It's a historical landmark.
Ballybow. Oh, the great names. Me and Lara.
Hey, are you performing in Bad Eddie anytime soon?
Get more people, right. Eddie. Just one guy called Eddie isn't enough.
Okay.
I did do I did last time I went to Northern Ireland. I did Belfast and I did Derry, and Derry was really nice, but it did not sell well, and the audience were very. They toyed with me. They kept sort of teasing me like I was offending them as an English person. You know, they kept sort of giving me the feeling that, like, oh, you said the wrong thing, and I think I hadn't. They were just sort of toying. They were toying, you know, like a cat and a bird. They were toying with me. It was very fun, but an interesting experience. And I caught COVID and didn't come back. Anyway,
that's not time.
That's not Derry's fault.
They gave you COVID.
They gave me COVID. Yeah.
What a jape. Okay.
So I'm going to set up my little my sort of tin pot Marxist dictatorship just to the left of Tory Island.
Right.
We can have a little socialist island there,
and you'll be fine here. And do you have any ideas what sort of name?
I don't know, because the word Tory was originally a term for an Irish thief, I think, and somehow morphed into, I don't know whether it was a word in Ireland for an Irish thief, but I think that's what it meant in England, and somehow morphed into the slang name for our Conservative Party. Because in America, in the Revolutionary War, Tory meant the British, anyone British.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I should clear up what Tory means. It means a Conservative. It means a right-winger. But it used to mean, for some reason, a bog-trotting Irish thief. And again, you're looking at me like I'm saying this. This is people from the past saying that. It's just the historical meaning of the word.
Now.
I'm not responsible for that at all.
No, I'm just wondering then, is Tory Island like
so I don't know.
An island of Irish thieves?
Is it an island of thieves or is it an island of Tories? Either way, steer clear of there and come to my little Marxist island.
What's your island's name? What's your country's name?
I suppose if that's called Tory Island, I don't want it to be called Labour Island. That sounds terrible.
Labourland. It could be a theme park.
You know what I'm going to call it? I'm going to call it Barbara CartLand, like Barbara CartLand, but it's a theme park full of carts and rides where you can ride around on little carts like Donkey Kong, but around a giant statue of Barbara CartLand. Barbara CartLand.
Wait, who's Barbara CartLand?
Who's Barbara CartLand? The young people don't know who Barbara CartLand is. That's the problem. She's a writer of romantic novels.
Oh, I'm not mad into romantic novels, to be honest.
Well, she's dead, so you don't need to know who she is.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, that's the way the world should work. If you're dead, you don't have to know who they are.
Rob Schneider. Too late. We don't care about these people now.
Okay, so Barbara CartLand is more like a theme park sort of world you're ruling over. Or Rob Schneider ruled over, apparently. But yeah, you would now take...
Rob Schneider was the former leader of Barbara CartLand, and now it's me.
And what's your official title?
My official title, I think, because I'm going for a Marxist-style dictatorship, it should be something ironically humble. Like, I think I'm going to say Everyman. Like First Everyman, because the First Everyman of Barbara CartLand.
That sounds quite nice, to be honest. First Everyman. That's first time someone.
Yeah, it sounds great. Not sinister at all.
No. Do you plan to be sinister?
Yeah. I think it's going to get a little bit sinister.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's the trouble with being a tyrant, isn't it? It's an inevitable slide. You start out with these grand ideals, a theme park based on Barbara CartLand's life and works, and it all falls apart.
And then you guillotine.
And then there's guillotine, and the guillotines come out. Same thing happened with Walt Disney. That's how his head came off.
Yeah. Who's Walt Disney? Because he's dead, and I don't know anyone who's... I think you should start off maniacal. Start off
nicer,
and then you get nicer
over time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I can bring out a few decrees if you want. I can ban a few things that everybody loves.
Because I think if you're a citizen and you start off and the person is going around rounding up people and then they gradually become better, you go, well, it was a rocky start, but he turned out to be a good guy.
Yeah. We didn't enjoy the reign of terror, but... Yeah,
but to be fair to him, libraries are free.
These days, everyone goes, we've got sort of those nice buildings and the boulevards, the cafes.
If you do it the opposite way, like, they started off with free ice cream and now...
boulevards, and then he gradually transitioned towards despotism.
Worse.
Yeah, that's a big mistake.
Yeah, I think that's the mistake to make.
Good point. I'm going to open with a reign of terror then in Barbara CartLand, to mark my ascendancy to the position of First Everyman.
I have two other questions about your island, just to make sure that I have it right. So it's Barbara CartLand, and what type of house do you want to live in?
A nice one, I think. I am a man of the people.
Too much?
That's a little bit gold. It's a little bit Trumpian, the background you have.
I think it's Russia.
Too much gold on everything. Is it?
I think it's the Kremlin.
The Kremlin?
I think it is. Yeah,
that's interesting because from the outside it's such an understated building, but it's interesting.
Either that or the Oval Office.
Impossible to tell.
It's a live picture of it.
Speaking Russian in both of them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, I think I'd go for something more humble. But what I would, if I've got the opportunity, I would have secret rooms, probably places to hide.
Bookcases
tunnels,
with
a bookcase where you pull the right books out and then it opens. fireplaces that spin around if you turn a sconce.
Yes.
Ideally, in a Scooby-Doo style, the sconce will be clearly different because it's on a different animated cell. And so the sconce really stands out, so you know it's going to move.
Yeah.
And then the thing spins around. So that's what I would go for. So it looks modest, but probably actually I've got a sort of back cave underneath.
The best I have, and unfortunately it has my old podcast logo on it, but it'll do, is that. So I can change it to that if you want, and that'll make you feel more at home.
Yes, that is a nice, cosy, less palatial, less ostentatious interior.
Yeah, that'll okay. And
but I do want many secret rooms.
There's actually 4 rooms.
Probably like an orrery. Is it okay? And a solarium, I feel like. Although, with my skin tone, is there a version of a solarium where you don't get any sun? Let's look into that.
Yeah, we'll cave.
An atrium. If we could have an atrium, if that's possible.
Oh, we'll have all the glitz and glamoury bits, yeah. Naturally. I went to an escape room with Celine a couple of years ago. It was Harry Potter themed. And we went in, and
that should really make you want to escape. Good, yes.
Oh, God, yeah. It was a small room, but it did have a load of little openings, and you realise there was a lot more in it. They did well with the space, but it was funny because the guy who brought us it, the guy who was running it, came in and was like, he clearly had never watched or read Harry Potter, and probably didn't even.
Can I just say how much respect I have for this man already?
he was,
because this is a real worker, and I support the workers. And the guy who works for the Harry Potter experience, but has not read or enjoyed Harry Potter in any way. Respect.
He walked in, he let us in, and just kind of looked around as if he had been there for the first time. He was just like, so. Harry's in school.
Welcome to the
Hogwarts,
Harry Potter wizarding world. Fantastic excitement, full of magic. There you go. That might be a wand. I suppose you do want him to look like he's never been there, because you don't want him to go, that's the secret door, you go in that one. You don't want him to know, if I were you, I'd
this is how you get out. Yeah, this is how you get out, actually. But he was just like, so yeah, Harry's in here with his friends, I think.
With his friends Rob and
you just wanted
Harry.
to be like, don't worry, Bill, I'll take it from here, I'll come up with the story. Don't worry, we'll work our own magic.
So much respect for the knockoff Harry Potter experience.
Good work on
that, man.
Do you know Barbara CartLand?
Yes. Which is also not officially endorsed by the estate of Barbara CartLand. But we don't, this being a Marxist island, we don't respect international copyright treaties.
Perfect.
So we can do what we want.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Sue a country?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah. We're in international waters, right next to Donegal.
Yeah.
I don't think that's actually international, but still.
You have a marker out in the water that's like, there's the end of Ireland. I wonder, I'll give you 2 options on this, so it's not quite as open-ended. You're the ruler of this country. You're the first everyman. You have ultimate say. You can decide wherever you want. However, for the boring admin parts of running a country, do you want to allow your citizens to vote for like a senate or whatever they'd want to call them, like 100 people who'll be in charge of all that, but you have ultimate say? Or would you say no voting, you'll just have your council of elders or whatever you want?
What I've noticed about your tyrants is that they, because you'd think that these big bully boys, these macho men, would go like, well, look, I'm in charge, so I can just do whatever I want, But actually, they really, really want to be loved, and that's what I find so bizarre about and so sort of laughable at these dictators. That they want to they want to break all the rules, but they also want to be not breaking the rules and to be seen to be heroes. And so I think you've got to have a parliamentary system. You've got to have a semblance of democracy. You've got to be able to persuade yourself that the people truly love you.
Oh yeah, 90%.
They must love me, don't they? And so I need them to be at least going to the booths and once again selecting ABK's Party Time Fun Regime, which I think is the name I'm going for.
That's the political party.
Party Time
ABK's Party Time Fun Regime.
It's all one word, like a German word. Party Time Fun Regime, no spaces.
Yeah. Okay. What if they vote for people you don't like? I
don't see it happening. I have confidence that the people who count the votes are doing great work. I don't see it. I don't see the controlled opposition causing any problems.
That's
Not
perfect.
Worried.
Perfect. Do you allow an opposition party?
Yes, but they have to be. They're always like tripping over, and like the guy's pants are coming down, and you can see he's wearing like the cartoon boxers from the olden days where they've got like red dots on them.
Yeah,
like white boxers, red dots, and swanee whistle sound effects. So I don't think anybody's taking them seriously.
It's the dreaded Irish Thieves and Classic Tories coalition.
I don't want like an anti-Irish bent to come out of this podcast. I don't want people to be thinking that's how I see. That's how I see the Irish. A fine nation, wonderful people. But yes, the opposition nation is called the Irish Thieves and Tories Party.
Yeah, I will just also say.
So maybe the dots on the boxer shorts should be green. I feel like if that's the name of their party, they should be green.
Yeah.
I suppose red would be the colour of my party.
What is the colour of the Tories?
It's blue.
And they flip it in America.
And they flip it, and in America it's backwards.
Why?
Red is the international colour of socialism. You fools.
With your island, I just want to make this known that is it okay? There's 10 million people who live in it. There's plenty of room.
That's a lot more than Tory Island. This is a very, very 10 million people. That's the population of London on this small island. We are so reliant upon Ireland for supply lines. I've just read that economically the hold they have over us is enormous. I actually now have very little wiggle room as a tyrant.
It's the Irish Thieves and Tories Party.
I think I have a feeling we've unwittingly become a vassal state of the Republic.
No, you're fine. England hasn't, so you're fine.
England has not yet succumbed to the yoke of the Irish Empire.
The Irish Empire.
Anything could happen.
You know how stereotyping is wrong.
Yeah.
Just make that clear for anyone who's listening. But it is fun. So,
shall I do the South African accent again?
Break that out for
Elon Musk. I'm from South Africa.
Oh, please don't be in character for the rest of this. For the sake of your Barbara CartLanders.
Thank you.
What is one positive stereotype about them?
Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, a positive stereotype about Barbara CartLanders is that they're frugal, because they have to be, because there's 10 million of them on an island of about 11 or 12 square miles. So they're famously, because like the stereotype about, I'm half Scottish, the stereotype about Scottish people is that Scottish people are penny pinching, but I prefer to see that as frugal, thrifty. The people, they can make a stew out of just a pan and some old newspaper clippings. They can get by. They're thrifty, frugal people, the Cartlanders, and they need to be, because there's only like one shipment of fruit and veg from the mainland.
So how do they feel then? And this is just completely coming on top of my head. How do they feel about a baker's dozen?
There was a little bit of controversy there when I banned the 13th loaf from the baker's dozen, but I that's just the way it is. Edicts are edicts. 12 is 12, and the 13th bun that comes straight to the well, I'm going to say palace, to where I live. Yeah, I don't know why. Just the word palace seemed right.
And it's clearly looking like this background behind me, but it is a palace.
Yeah. It's it's a very modest palace.
Yeah, the First Everyman is
humble.
Palace.
The First Everyman's palace.
I have to ask then, if your people are frugal, what is a negative stereotype about them? Mightn't be true, but it's what people say about them.
I think there's probably a lot of stealing. A lot of stealing. Which is obviously why there's so much support for the opposition party, the Irish Thieves Party. So there's a lot of sort of sympathy from the Cartlandian thieves for thieves in the Irish mainland. A lot of admiration of your proud tradition of Irish theft.
So I just realised this Zoom decides every so often for my. The camera zooms in, so when you're talking, suddenly I go.
Crash zooms in on your face. Sometimes I'll say things like, and then of course we know Ireland is associated with theft, and it'll just crash zoom in on your blank face, being like, "Oh, is it?"
And I'm like, I'm sure that's a setting, and I'm leaving her. I'm okay with it, but I just want to acknowledge I'm not doing that. That's just happened.
You're not just going like,
I would like to know, what unusual list is your country top of? Obviously, it has the best healthcare, I think, and education.
It has to. It has to. With this level of population, it has to have good healthcare. 50% of the people there are doctors or work for the healthcare system.
Oh.
And the rest of them are ill, really sick.
So it's a revolving door.
Yeah. As soon as you get healthy again, you go back to working in the hospital, and then you get sick again.
Yeah,
it's kind of like real life, actually, in that respect.
It's like Thanos, perfectly in balance.
Exactly. It's yin and yang. What was the question?
What unusual list is your country top of?
We the largest dogs. We don't have any small dogs. They're
dire wolves.
Exactly. We're talking about like Irish wolfhounds, but we've modded them. We've tripped them out with like LEDs, spoilers, like
right.
So they're just, whoa, what's this? Some kind of futuristic wolf. It's the size of a small horse. It's trampling children underfoot. The hearts give out. They last about 6 months. And powerful beasts while they last.
There's a lot of people walking around and they're like, "Oh, damn young people and their wolves flying down the road."
A couple of young people. A young person on a wolf. What's going on? What was that? It's just a CartLandian wolfhound.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Is that your phone? I was trying to do a horn, but I think I did a Nokia. When you press their heads, they make the sound of a Nokia.
Of a Nokia phone. Classic.
Yeah. So at the top of that list.
Your country sounds like it's stuck in the past, in a period of time, in old Nokia phones.
Yeah, unbreakable Nokias. Everyone's got one of those. We don't need smartphones. There are no smartphones on the island.
Do Nokia still make phones? They do, don't they? They
must. They must. You don't hear a lot from them. They've lost the secret. It's like the way, they say, Roman glass. We don't know how to make it these days. We don't know how to make phones like Nokia used to make phones.
There's someone in a Nokia office going, I'm telling you, once I've conquered Snake Tree, that's how you get us back.
I buried the secret in Snake, and then I forgot it, and now I have to get all those apples in order to find out how
Speaking of apples, what seemingly mundane item is banned in your country?
Small dogs.
Right, small dogs are out of there.
It's only big dogs. I'm the top dog. I'm the toppest big dog, the biggest top dog.
That's your other name. Yeah,
the biggest top dog. And as a consequence, small dogs are banned, because the thing is, you really can't have a go at dogs because people love them too much. But I don't really like small dogs, and I know that makes them popular.
Is it the yappy?
It's the yappiness. It's the way their personalities are bad, but also like every so often you meet a small dog that's just sort of existentially aware. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they just sort of sit usually in a pram or something, sort of shivering and blinking at the world. Like, I know I'm a genetic aberration. Why am I like this? Why is my eyeball
something's gone wrong here?
And they know, they're aware of the bizarre nature and the suffering that they're in. It's like we got to stop making these guys. They don't seem happy about it. They don't want to be here. A dog doesn't want to be in a pram.
No. That's against nature.
For American listeners, a stroller? A dog doesn't want to be in a stroller? A buggy?
Buggy. Do Americans call it buggy?
Synonyms. Yeah, what's the other? I don't know what they call them.
Child holder.
A dog doesn't want to be in a child
holder. That's what I call it. Okay, we're getting rid of small dogs.
Small dogs,
only big dogs. You have rulers out rulers.
Yeah. There's a sign. It's like you must be this tall to go on the rides, and then there's another one just for entering the country, just for dogs. You must be this tall just to enter if you're a dog.
To be here, dog. Yeah. Do you have that sign written in English? Because the dog isn't going to get that.
No, it's written in dog.
Okay, good.
It's written in dog, so the dogs know. You can request a translation into any breed of dog you want.
You mentioned about bringing the 13th, the baker's dozen. You were robbing the 13th one out of the pack.
We have banned the baker's dozen. Time to get the bakers in line.
Yeah.
Stop playing by your own rules. They're mavericks.
I mean, you mentioned that 50% of your population are doctors and 50% are sick. So you just have a lot of unwell bakers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, most of the people are sick. Yes, there's a lot of coughing and sneezing around those.
They shouldn't be bakers if they get that sick, to be honest.
Just don't come into work, guys, if you're sick. But they do because they love Barbara CartLand and they want to work.
every leader goes through this. By the way, your approval rating is very high. It is 85%.
85%. The guys at the polling station doing the good works there. Thank you.
They love it. They're making the polls. But what I was going to say is every leader has a political scandal they have to deal with at some point in their life, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The great thing is on this podcast is you can decide what your political scandal is. So what have you done to make people upset? I will let you know that approval rating has gone from 85% down to 62%.
Ow! Ouch! Whoa! Okay.
Yeah.
So I need to be having a word with the people in the polling stations because I don't want to be seeing those kind of numbers.
Yeah.
Well, a little peek behind the curtain for the listener there. We paused while you were asking that question for me to go and have a wee because I don't know what it is. I guess I've just got a very small bladder. I can manage about an hour of a podcast and then I have to go and have a wee. I always drink like 6 pints of water before a podcast and then I can do an hour of recording and then I have to go and have a wee.
I didn't know that, so I thought...
A notoriously small bladder? Is that... Because like the way Hitler...
How is it notoriously small?
I'm hoping to develop notoriety after this podcast comes out. They'll be like, oh yeah, ABK, NSB, notoriously small bladder.
Yeah. Do people like whispering on the street as you walk past? Too close.
There he is, the guy with a small bladder. So it's not about the size; it's what you do with it. And what I do with it is store urine. But
when you say notoriously small, like
I think it's unusually small. I don't think.
But I'm thinking like the villagers in Transylvania talking as if you go up to Dracula, being like, "Oh, don't go to him. Don't interview him, Kevin. You'll never return." Yeah, he has to go to the bathroom in an hour. But okay.
So yeah, Hitler only had one ball, and that everyone, or supposedly, and that everyone was able to sort of make fun of him for that, and that gave people a little bit of comfort. Because he was a tyrant, and so I feel like because this is in anything that's in the sort of the downstairs region is mockable, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think you could make fun of me for being a tiny bladdered man.
Tiny bladder.
His notoriously small bladder is the reason he's unpopular politically.
I don't think that's true, though, because I just realised that all the questions I've asked you have been very nice, like, hey, what do you want to do about this? What do you want to do about this? And as soon as I ask you, hey, there's a little bit of an issue you have to deal with, you go, oh, I need to run to the bathroom. Onto your lawyer in there.
Yeah, I was just flushing incriminating documents down the toilet.
A body. Rob Schneider's body. That wasn't a scandal. So, yeah, what type of scandal would you be involved in?
What kind of scandal would I be involved in? I think I'm getting too attached to the palace. In my imagination, it's getting grander every time it comes up, more fantastic. And I'm a big fan of like old point-and-click games from the 90s, like Riven, where you pull a lever and the floor turns around. You've just created a new background. You've just switched out a background to something far more fantastical. Yeah. And so I think I'd be wanting, like an elevator that goes to different floors, and then you press the thing, and then the whole of the atrium rotates, and then the crystal shards align, and the sunlight comes through the stained glass window, and it marks the spot on the map where the bunker is. And so I think a significant portion of the nation's wealth has been spent on this by this point.
It sounds wonderful and practically unlivable.
Yeah. Exactly like trying to live on Mist Island. What's the point? Everything here is made with levers. Why would you... Well, this place is a fire safety nightmare. You shouldn't only be able to get out of your house through a lift. That's very dangerous. You need a fire escape, Atris.
So you insist on living there?
I insist upon living there.
Okay. How would you, once the people find out, what would you do? Would you try and reassure them?
I'm going to go with a brutal crackdown. I think it's been too long without a brutal crackdown. I think we're going to go with a brutal crackdown.
So what's the idea?
Probably a parade. I think...
during the crackdown?
I think yes. A lot of people would do just one or the other, but I think I'm going to do a brutal crackdown and simultaneously a parade.
Like any good tyrant.
Yeah,
you're going to have I don't want to say washed up, but we'll say a 90s celebrity who may not be as famous as they once were, who is now telling everyone you're their best friend.
Yeah.
So what 90s celebrity would you have at the head of the parade during the crackdown.
I'm going to go with, is it Holly Valance, the former...
Oh, good choice.
Because she's currently on the Trump train, but I feel like we could, big time. I feel like we could win her over to Marxism if the money was right. So, yeah, I think it's got to be Holly Valance.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, very good. Oh, do you know what I never asked? When you're the first everyman, is there any like official attire you're going to wear as you're out and about?
Yes, I think probably just a classic boiler suit, like what they wear on like Alien, like a space boiler suit. A really again very humble. I've just got a little embroidered patch that says First Everyman. Yeah, so I just wear that boiler suit. The problem with it is I have to wee often, and you have to take the whole thing off. So it's really impractical. Okay,
our designers have been on to me. They have an idea.
Yeah.
There's a lever that opens a part of it.
It opens a hatch. The only danger is, what if that lever would have fallen to the wrong hands?
But it's on your arm.
My political enemies could pull that lever.
Oh no, it's on the suit.
So it's attached to the suit.
It's attached to the suit.
Well, problem solved. Yeah.
There you go. There's a lever.
There's just lovely. The hatch lever.
Yeah, my video zoomed again when I got into. You have a hatch near your groin. It's unfortunate. So the crackdown? People in jail or people in the ground?
I don't think I really want to be doing bloody reprisals at this point. It's just going to ruin the parade for one thing.
So
I think just a stern telling off, really. Stop complaining about the palace. It's really cool. Actually, it's really cool.
Yeah, just give it a chance.
Let me have a cool palace. Give it a chance.
Yeah, you don't get to be a doctor.
And this is a museum. You are going to love it. So just wait.
None of you had a problem when Rob Schneider was doing stuff.
Rob Schneider can do whatever he wants. It's Juice Bigelow, male gigolo, you said. Even though that is redundant. He was given so much rope. He was given so much leeway.
He brought in the baker's dozen crap.
Yeah, up until then, 12 meant 12. But he brought in all this woke nonsense about some 12s being 13s. Yeah. It's over.
And the whole gigolos being male, and you didn't need to explain it.
Gigolos being male, it's not right. And now things are just back the way nature intended.
And do you know what I hate? And I'm just going to say he did this as well. You mightn't feel the same way about this than I do, and that's okay. But when someone would ask him, hey, did you go to the pub last night? And he said, yeah. And they say, how many drinks did you have? Even though he knew he only had he had 3 drinks. He went 2 or 3. Because for some reason, it was easier for him to just guess maybe 2 or 3 instead of giving the definitive answer.
Yes. Yeah, come on. Precision in all things is what we strive for here in Barbara CartLand.
Good. Do you know, actually, I'm going to go into another pet peeve here. Do you know what I really hate?
Yeah.
Do you know when someone said, let's say, and it's not true at all, let's say someone says to me, who was your worst guest? And I decide, Alasdair Beckett-King. That whole thing went haywire. But because I disliked this episode, instead of saying, oh, Alasdair Beckett-King was my work, I did not appreciate that man at all. I, for some reason, decide, well, I want to say I don't like that man, and I'll do it by pretending I don't know his name. But clearly I do, because I have to make it like, oh, it's Alasdair Bucket-King, something like that. And you're like, it's Beckett-King, because you wouldn't know to put in Bucket.
People get my name wrong a lot. It does happen. I didn't realise I was being subtly undermined. It's a very long name, so I can't really...
Just say the name. It doesn't mean... If I say your name right, it doesn't mean, they must clearly fancy
It's not a huge compliment to just know someone's name, is it?
No, so I think he did that as well. Damn, Rob.
What I would do if I wanted to criticise someone is I would just do an impression of their accent really badly.
Really bad. That's what I normally do. That's why you must respect Elon Musk, because the
accent was spot on, yeah.
Spot on. I think the scandal kind of took you, as I said, it went down to low 60s. To get that back up again, can I get some propaganda going for you? Make a documentary about you. What fantastical facts should we put in there?
Probably just something to humanise me, So I think everyone loves close-up magic. So like latter career Orson Welles, I'm going to probably just move into doing a televised magic show.
No, can you do magic?
Well, I would like Orson Welles. I was a fan of it when I was a kid, and he kept going with it, and I haven't really kept going with it. But yeah, I could do a few sleights of hand, and I could do a few card tricks, and I was obsessed with it when I was a kid. So Wasn't very good, but I think I would have the Alasdair Beckett-King Magic Hour.
Perfect, right?
And that would be broadcast on all channels, not just in Barbara CartLand, but worldwide. We'd be broadcasting worldwide.
Nice.
Everyone can watch it. It's on TikTok. It's on all the online channels. The kids are watching it.
Yeah.
And it's just me and special guests,
Such as Holly Valance.
Mostly Holly Valance. Holly Valance in a series of different wigs.
She won't leave.
She honestly, at this point, she's not welcome. The parade's over. It's been weeks, and when is she moving out?
She can't find her way out of the palace.
It's very confusing. You've just simply solved my riddles 3, but she will not do it.
The architects are like, I warned you. I warned him.
It's really hard to get out. So I'd be there, do the cup and balls routine, and then we'll probably have guest magicians on. Dynamo, Darren Brown. There's a lot of men in magic. It's not.
There is something.
Is there something about guys with goatee beards who are almost certainly new atheists that alienates women? I don't know. Is there?
But then now with your Magic Hour, like there's going to be an even split.
Absolutely, complete gender balance. Yeah. All the female magicians are getting their opportunity.
Holly Valance is giving her a go.
Holly Valance is getting into the magic. Yeah. Yep, she's cutting herself in half. Nobody has ever seen that before.
That's pretty cool. Fair play to her. With your palace, there's a knock on your door. Knock, knock, knock. Okay. Let's assume they find you in this maze. Knock, knock, knock.
I swivel around in a chair. I see you've solved my many riddles.
They walk in, or you like the architect in the Matrix.
In a sanctum. Yeah, exactly. And then I subject them to 20 solid minutes of boring dialogue, just like in the Matrix.
Yeah, with television screens all around them.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, hello there. It's Paul. It's your finance person.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Welcome to the Inner Sanctum. Thank you for coming.
Oh, it's joyful to be here. First Everyman. I have some good news for you. I was just taking a look at the finances.
Lay it on me, Daddy-o.
Listen, son. When you become a man, things will change in your life. And one of them is you have a lot of money in the country. I checked the books and it has 10 billion.
Really? 10 billion? I'm just trying to work out how the economy of this island works, because only half the island are bakers and the other half are doctors.
Yeah, but you're the leader, right?
Sick. I'm the leader, so
you don't need to know those details.
Okay.
Point me to a leader of a country who really knows the nitty-gritty of finances. But so people are very happy.
10 billion.
There you go.
Now that I'm thinking about it, is that actually a lot for a country? Or is that actually a small amount of money for a country to have?
It's in surplus. We have that in...
that's 10 billion surplus. Okay, great. On top of normal operating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're...
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I know enough about how economies work to know whether this is good news or bad news. But okay, it sounds great.
Do you know, it's a really round number that's nice, though. So we're... that's always lovely round number.
Just made it up. Yeah, great.
Yeah. We were talking to some people at the polling station, and they said that the people would love to build some sort of world wonder, basically, to be honest, some sort of monument to celebrate you.
Yes, yeah. It's always sad that the 7 wonders of the world, the most of them don't exist anymore. There's the pyramids, but the rest of them are all gone.
Have they not made like a new list, like a modern...
Have they? But the new ones are all sort of testaments to vanity and oil wealth. But actually, I suppose the old ones were probably testaments to vanity as well. Yeah, they weren't built by the... Well, they were built by the common folk, but they weren't spearheaded by it, I think. Yeah, but I suppose, there's Ozymandias, the famous is it the Shelley poem about there's 2 poems about it, about the great legs of stone. All that's left of a giant statue that says, "Look upon my works."
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is that, but I'm just going to do the legs on purpose and just stop there, and then the sign will say, "Check out these legs, baby," and nice legs, eh? And then it'll say all of that.
So you just have loads of plaques saying, "Nice legs, check out these legs."
Whoa! Yeah. Ooh, this guy's got good, short, stocky Celtic legs. Now you have to keep that bit from the starting. Yeah. Calling back to it.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
And so people will know I only ever meant to actually do the legs. So it won't be a testament to my hubris. It'll be a giant marble testament to a cracking pair of gams.
And one of the plaques says, I'm not into men, but
exactly.
Those legs.
So I'm not normally a leg man, but these legs. Yeah, so that's what it would be.
we'll submit this to the committee for the Seven Wonders of the World as well, because it's going to be giant, right?
It's an easy 8. It's going to be huge. We're going to have to knock down quite a lot of hospitals to have space for this.
None of the bakeries?
No, we need the bakeries, obviously.
Oh, right. Yeah, food supplies are low sometimes.
Yeah.
The Seven Wonders of the World now are the Great Wall of China, Petra.
Oh, it's the Great Wall of China. Oh, yeah. That's
Petra? Am I? Yeah,
Petra, yeah.
Petra. Colosseum. Chichen Itza.
Yes,
I think I've got that right. Machu Picchu. My God. Taj Mahal and Christ the Redeemer.
I mean, these are good buildings, but I don't know that they're wonders. There isn't a sort of sense of how did they do that with the Colosseum? Because, like, like I can see how you could build that.
Yeah.
It's not. Like,
have you gone to any of them?
Mystery attached to it. No, I haven't seen any of those wonders.
Colosseum is a little bit disappointing.
Is it?
A little bit, yeah. Because they mined the thing back decades ago. So when you go in, you imagine the sand.
They dug it up.
They dug it up.
Actually, put it there.
Yeah.
Wow.
They went to the back. We went to what's the one? Pompeii. Went to Pompeii after we saw the Colosseum, and on the map we were walking around and we saw they have their own, not Colosseum, amphitheater for the same thing. And because it's so well preserved, you go down there, you stand in the middle of it, and you go, now this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. This is real classic, real nice.
And also I realised I'm 6 foot. The wall isn't that high. So I was standing there thinking, like, if I was a slave, I am hopping that wall. And I'm running to freedom.
R.I.P. to Roman slaves, but I just simply would have hopped over the wall.
Like kind of idiots, to be honest.
I think they might have been. I'm also about your height, and I think they might have been smaller in those days. Maybe
we could have got a day bar. I wouldn't go into those.
But also, for some reason, the ground gets higher over time, doesn't it? Because you dig down to find things from the past.
Oh,
so maybe the ground level was further down.
But maybe. I was going to say, wouldn't the stadium go up as well? No, that's fair enough. But yeah, that was much better. But your big legs, the First Everyman's legs, are going to be the big thing. Okay.
Because in the northeast of England, where I grew up, there's the phrase, giving it big legs, which means running. I've taken that one step further and actually
given the people big legs.
Big legs.
Yeah, big legs. Okay, big legs is being built. Solid gold or just marble or stone?
I did say marble, let's say marble, but in the cracks of the marble, gold.
Perfect.
Yeah, so sort of gold veins running through the legs.
My God, that's beautiful.
That sounds really good.
That's actually pretty good.
Sounds beautiful.
If some artwork can be done again, that would be really nice.
If anyone wants to carve giant marble legs,
to be fair,
with gold veins running through it, please do.
Paul is going to run off and do that.
Cheers, Paul, the finance minister.
No problem at all, First Everyman. Well, as he does that, I just want to ask, when it's your birthday, how should people celebrate you?
I think Tolkien had it right, and I don't say that very often, but I think Tolkien had it right that on your birthday, you should give other people presents. That's how the hobbits do it. No? Well, because I think it's just inefficient. I'm out here memorising the birthdays of lots of people who I care about. I mean, obviously, I don't memorise them. I often forget them. But it's annoying that I'm expected to memorise lots of people's birthdays when it would be easy to just remember one birthday, and you would buy the same number of gifts. So on your birthday, you should buy other people presents. And on their birthday, they should buy you presents. And that's how we do it in Barbara CartLand.
I'd say I didn't like that.
Not on board at all with that. You have immediately joined the rebellion.
I am an Irish thief. I steal the presents on your birthday or on everyone else's birthday. No, I did try to...
pictures of your faces printed in posters that say, wanted for sedition.
What? I represent all Irish people.
I think now I'm choosing you as the representative of all Irish people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Classic Irish look.
No, you're Irish, the sign will say, and it'll just have an extremely offensive phrenological breakdown of your features.
Do you have teething hands?
Irish qualities.
I tried to suggest to Celine, and it started off as a joke, and then when she rejected it got more serious, where I said, how about for Christmas this year, instead of us buying multiple presents for each other, this Christmas you get all the presents, you don't buy me anything, I buy all the presents for you, and in next year you buy all the presents for me. And she immediately went, so you're telling me at Christmas I won't get presents next year? And I was like, no, but this year you're going to get, if we each buy each other 5 presents, this year you'll get 10. And she was like, no, that's the worst idea ever.
That's long-term thinking from Celine. She immediately saw that that it doesn't pay off.
So I will go for that, but I will not buy presents for other people on my birthday.
Okay, well, I think you're wrong. I think you're making a big mistake here.
Yeah.
And now you're an enemy of the state.
Okay, and what happens enemy of the state?
It is mostly just the sarcastic posters. I'll be honest, we don't really have the infrastructure. It is mostly just the wanted posters, yeah.
That's a great psychological warfare.
It kind of gives you a sort of cool kind of rebel vibe, unfortunately, as you're walking down the harbour. And the kids are like, it's him from the poster.
It's Kev Guevara.
The sickly children. It's him from the poster. Get back to the bakery, kids.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. Get back to the bakery. There is a knock on your door again. Knock, knock, knock.
Oh yeah.
Time has passed. I have to stress that, by the way. But knock, knock, knock. Are you opening it or?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, hello, it's Paul again.
Paul's back. Get in here, Paul.
I'll stand at the doorway because I'm actually going on holiday.
Okay.
I'm going on holiday for 6 weeks.
Sounds like someone is defecting, but carry on.
No.
He's not defecting, he's just going on holiday.
I'm just literally going on
What's
holiday.
What's wrong with the staycation, Paul? But carry on.
No, I don't have hustle. But my plane is going to leave soon. Me and the wife are leaving for Donegal. Oh. We're going to Bad Eddie.
Of course, yeah. Everyone dreams of going to Bad Eddie.
Yeah. Just letting you know, your big legs are built. They're done.
Nice. Cheers.
Yeah.
That explains why time passed since our last conversation.
Exactly, yeah. I had to stress that because sometimes people went, wait, what? You were here 2 minutes ago. So, letting you know, it looks great. You can go outside. You can see it from anywhere in the island. That's how big and beautiful it is. We have 48 different plaques up. We can add more if you want. Nice.
Yeah. I think we're going to need a lot more.
At a quick, it costs.
I appreciate 48 though. That's a nice. That's one of the numbers you get. But can you get? It's never mind. Delete what I was saying. It doesn't make any sense.
But it sounds hilarious.
Yeah. Well, 48 plaques, perfect.
Perfect. Just letting you know, it costs $3 billion to make. That's all right.
Okay. Well, we had 10 surplus, so that's.
I had a quick look at the finances again. It turns out there was a bit of a minus sign in front of that 10 billion. So we're actually 13 billion in debt. The International Monetary Fund.
Plus, right.
The International Monetary Fund have emailed us asking, hey, how are you going to make money? Your country is in debt. I got to go for my plane. I'll be back in 6 weeks. Anyway, good luck. Paul's going to leave.
As usual, the IMF are crushing an independent socialist nation.
Yeah.
And they're hoping to enforce their neoliberal values. They're hoping that we privatise all those bakeries. Instead of running them as one large national bakery chain. And also presumably privatised all the hospitals, which are so beloved by the people of the island, and also presumably the rides where you go on little carts that I forgot
about. The Barbara CartLand. Yeah, we dropped that trade.
That's still we've still got them, and they'll want to see all of those. If we accept their terms, they're going to want us to privatise all of these things and bring in new policies. And I don't think it's what the people want.
It's a sentence I'm glad to say. Are your big legs public?
Are they? I mean, yeah, they belong to the people. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Big legs are very public.
You're not putting your big legs private. Really. Yeah. So but how are you going to make money? You don't have to make the entire 13 billion back now.
I think people are going to want to see the big legs. So tourism. Obviously, we've got everything. We've got a fine healthcare system. We've got more bakeries than you can count. We've got little rides where you ride around a model of Barbara CartLand on carts, and we've got big legs.
So, how much is it costing me to go in and see the big legs?
I'm going to say something reasonable: €25.
Oh,
€25. But the thing is, the gift shops where we get you. There's just plushy legs. You can get if you want a picture of yourself with the legs, there's extra money. You can.
What if they take pictures on their phone?
No, there's no pictures of the legs. So we take the phones.
When you go in
Faraday cage.
When you go into when you get into the big legs, you take take
your own pictures. You can't take your own pictures.
We went into this is I could be done here by Europol or whatever it is, Interpol. When we went to the Vatican, we went into the museum and all that.
Very strict in the Vatican, yeah.
You'd think so, because we got into the Sistine Chapel. So as you're walking in, there's a big crowd of people.
You say that like you're a master thief. I got into the Sistine Chapel. It's open to the public.
It was a team.
But well done. Well done for infiltrating the Sistine Chapel.
I had a team of 9,000 people in at the same time. But when we got it, you get into the Sistine Chapel near the end of the ride, and everyone's very packed
and
in.
They snap a picture of you as you splash into the Sistine Chapel and
into the holy water
afterwards.
Yeah.
into the baptism, and there's that moment of grace, of God's grace falling upon you, and they capture it forever.
But when you went in, you have the creation of man and everything else is up on the ceiling, and then you have the Last Judgment, I think, on the wall. But we went in thinking this is pretty cool. I'm not very religious, but gotta appreciate, man's ability to create beauty and everything else. And you could hear everyone in there talking whatever inane shit about Man United's defence. And then you had like a guard walk around going, shh. And people going,
shh, that's Jesus. Shut
and
up.
it just made the whole thing so like, this isn't as...
there is, around the legs, there is an eerie, respectful silence. And just a general sense of admiration for the legs.
Okay. So you're going to charge people half of what it costs to go into Disneyland Paris for a day.
Does it cost 51
euros? 51 for a one-day park dated ticket, and 47. For an adult, it's €51.43. For a child, it's €47.
It's £3 less for a child, and the child's going to enjoy it more. What? Okay, so yes, okay, it is £25, but that's if you buy a single ticket to see the legs. If you buy the Mega Big Daddy ticket that covers the rides and it covers the legs and that covers a free stay in the hospital or a bread bun of your choice,
in hospital,
that is just, I'm going to make it just slightly cheaper. So it's like €1 cheaper than Disneyland in order to try and peel a few people away from Euro.
So an even 50. Even 50. And the children is 46.
And for a child, 46, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Babes in arms, get in free.
What?
Babes in arms. So if you get a baby, you don't need a ticket for a baby. That's my gift.
Sorry, I don't know why I didn't register that, and I went full Neanderthal. Oh, so if I have a beauty on my arm.
Babes in arms. I thought you mean. Do you mean armed glamour models with guns? No. Please stop bringing armed glamour models to our national treasures.
DMing OnlyFans girls going, hey, listen, we can get in to see the big legs.
You're not getting for free. That's not what babes in arms means. We're going to have to make the sign clearer.
Okay, beautiful. Great way to make money. I have a final question for you. After doing all that, you're going to have to think about are you going to run the country until you die and then pass it off, or are you going to abdicate or retire?
Well, I always imagined I would do it until death, just like Rob Schneider did.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'd probably try and pass it on to my sickly, spoiled son, my very unlikable child, who's been raised in luxury.
What's his name?
And his name, I'm going to say Ludovico.
Ludovico is fantastic.
Ludovico. Yeah, and he's troubled. He's been in a lot of trouble. I've always got him out of the trouble. I've always just made a few phone calls to sort of hush up his mistakes. He's just out of rehab though, and I think he deserves another chance. I think he's worked really hard, and he deserves a chance to be the supreme leader.
I'm worried now that you're going to say he's like 12 years of age. What?
He's 13. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Okay. So when you pass away,
12.
Ludovico, it all closes in. That's fantastic. Okay, Ludovico.
So Ludovico will succeed me as the first everyman.
Right, and that's when the country
first everyman
collapses. The second first.
I mean, I do think there's a very good chance it's going to collapse there. I don't think he's going to maintain the rides. People are going to start getting injured.
Yeah, the big legs. He's going to add a body. He's going to add knees onto the big legs.
They don't need knees. They worked without knees.
Yeah. Okay, as your country falls apart, Alasdair, I'm not going to call you the first everyman anymore, but thank you very much for showing me what.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad to be, shoving loads of American dollar bills into a suitcase and running for the ports. It's been a great experience here in Barbara CartLand as I ride towards the port in one of the Barbara CartLand carts that I've countermanded.
Yes.
I feel honoured to have served the people. That's all they know. I think the people know that I love them, and everything I did was for them, and not those Irish thieves who have dogged my period as leader since day one. And all right, so as you pretend to die, they also caused me some problems.
Yeah. They were.
Oh, my cart is being pulled by a wolfhound. Yeah, big dog.
Holly Valance. Okay, so
Vance is riding the dog. She stayed loyal to me even when as the regime.
Fair play to her.
Nobody.
She seems a loyal sort.
We didn't think that she would, but she stayed loyal.
Right. Okay, Alasdair, where again can people find you, and when's the tour starting again, or where's the first place it's on?
It starts in Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury. We don't know yet. We're looking into it on the 22nd of February 2026. And continues for a month and a bit around lots of venues in England and Glasgow, Belfast and Cardiff.
If anyone can take a quick little sneaky picture of Alasdair's big legs and send them to me.
Yeah. If you get a picture of the real legs,
really,
you are going to be impressed. They're pretty great. The tour is called King of Crumbs, if that helps you find tickets. That's what I should say.
Perfect, and I'll have the link and everything else on this podcast description place as well. Okay, yay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Any piece of advice for your peasants as you were, your sickly people as you leave?
I just don't trust those backstabbing Irish. They seem friendly, but they will eventually depose you. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to go out. Bye, everyone.
Please don't take the anti-Irish stuff out of context, Kevin. Please make sure that's you're just shaking your head.
Just gonna leave.
This podcast is part of Podomedy, the UK's podcast comedy network. Why not laugh at what else we've got? Visit podomedy.com.